Hello guys, this is KTB Vlogs or TBC Production here. As I'm back here on my other channel, KTB Vlogs, and of course, as you see by the title, I will be discussing and talking about Tekken 8. As see by the title, like why I think Tekken 8 is not gonna be a great game, and not call it it's Tekken 8 trash like some other people will say, but or garbage in some cases. But actually give my honest opinion and basically talk a little bit more about the whole fighting game community and basically in a nutshell and technically tell you the truth of around Tekken really because I always want to talk about this. I mean, like, I never got a chance to talk about Tekken. I always talk about more combat or anything else, but I never talked about Tekken. Because Tekken got more stupid, think they pro fighters and top players playing this game. And this whole community is just so. It's like all split and divided. And that's what I'll be talking about in this video. Another as of in this video, of course, I will another video I'll be making probably will come out after this video. Probably will be talking about Dragon Ball Z Tekkaichi 4. So as the last video that I uploaded on this channel was the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series discussion. So I hope you guys enjoyed that one. Um, Basically about that recording, I already had recorded that video, and I just didn't have time to release it on time and stuff. Even though you saw the DKOD videos, all the DKOD videos and all that stuff, and but at least I released that video as well. And of course, the update on TVZ Productions is out. You guys can watch that. Watch that. Um, so yeah. So at least I'm putting out some content, in some cases. But yeah. All right. So let's start this whole discussion and basically getting you guys a little history of me. Mostly as how I started out in gaming. Technically, I started back on the Nintendo. Nintendo basically was the main company that increased the valuing of gaming. Basically, like Sony did not do a gaming, did gaming at all, or uh, Microsoft. So it was Nintendo and it was Sega. And as you see what happened to Sega, of course, like basically it's merged with all three of those companies, really. It actually is. Like Sega's merged with Sony, Sega's merged with Nintendo, and Sega's merged with Xbox. I mean like completely like all different companies. So technically is Sega's like combined with all three of them. So as I mean, like I start out with a Nintendo, and of course my favorite console that still is to this day is the Nintendo 64. Still the best gaming console. Had a lot of great games and did all of that. And of course, I was more into adventure games, like looking at like the Mario games and all that stuff, and like stuff like that, like adventures. Besides, like getting to like um, I liked adventure games, shooting games. So the third solution to me, like I liked as I started to get into fighting games. So as the first game I ever played that was a fighting game for a console was Killer Instinct. It was the first Killer Instinct from the Super Nintendo. So that was the first fighting game I ever saw that I ever tried to play. And then of course as of course my all time favorite Killer Instinct Gold, but it's Killer Instinct 2. So I got into those games because my older brother. So it was Killer Instinct, then it was Mortal Kombat. So as I got into more, how I got into Mortal Kombat, I guess I kind of a little bit explained. As I noticed about Tekken, of course, I got Tekken on the screen. And I shouldn't be talking about none of these other gamings. But I'm giving you guys a little history. All right. So how I got into Mortal Kombat was I seen the first movie. So back then, of course, they showed the first movie. Then they showed the second one, of course, the one everybody hates. And as in 90, I say 99. I think it was 99. Yeah, 99. I was two. Well, I did not play. Let's see. No, I started trying to learn how to play the games when in 2000. Yeah, 2000. It was 2000. So I was 3 years old. 3 years old playing the game. So in reality, I started at a young age. So, you know, and it's kind of surprising to me. So the game of Mortal Kombat that I played, and of course, it was Mortal Kombat trilogy. So, like, as some people, I played Mortal Kombat 1, I played Mortal Kombat 2. Well, I played trilogy. Technically, trilogy, the word trilogy stands for three, right? So, in reality, it's actually MK3. So, like, some people today, like, Mortal Kombat Ultimate is Mortal Kombat 11. Mortal Kombat XL. Mortal Kombat X. I'm not gonna keep going. Like some people are like, oh, MK 2011. Mortal Kombat 9. Okay, so as I got into MK Trilogy, and of course the games fall after that. Like we had my brother had the PlayStation 1, and we had the N64 as well. So we had both consoles. So meanwhile, while he was playing, he sometimes played the N64 to play the other games, like I said, Mortal Kombat Trilogy and Killer Instinct. And we had Super Mario 64. We had the 007 game. I think I had the Turok game, and let's see, was that Donkey Kong 64? And I think we had Mortal Kombat Mythology Sub Zero. So, as one day he had PlayStation 1. He had PlayStation 1. And then it came with he had I think we had the Spyro game. We had Spyro, Crash Bandicoot, and I think then he got Tekken 3. So as back then, like it was 99. So he got those consoles. We got the N64 like 98, 97, and so let's see. Yeah, because we had the Pokemon game too on the N64. So when I believe he had Tekken, that's when I found out about Tekken. So we had the third Tekken game. Yeah, I don't think we had the first Tekken. We didn't have Tekken 1 or Tekken 2. So we had Tekken 3, the third one. So that was the first game that I ever played of Tekken. It was the first game I ever played. The character I was playing with, of course, I think it was I think it was Haran, and I was playing with I think it's Julia. I thought it's Michelle. Michelle's in the second one, I think. Michelle's in the second one. It was Julia. Yeah, I was playing with Julia, I think, and Paul Phoenix. And of course, uh, I never really played with Jin at all. Not that much. But only try to play with him once, but I never really played with him that much. It was Heihachi and Haran and Paul Phoenix were the three that were playing with the most. But yeah, and Julia. So as I like as I as what I thought of Tekken, like I always thought it looked like Killer Instinct at first. Then it looked like how and of course at the time Street Fighter. So of course as back then, as you realize, Street Fighter is the main reason of fighting games to exist as of today. In reality, if you not noticed that. As some people, no, Tekken paved the way. No, it didn't. It was Street Fighter. So that's why some people get confused, like, oh no, no, they did not make no Tekken is the reason I'm a main pro at this game. What's that guy name? Main, the main is his at. Oh my gosh, you're not a pro. You're not OP. I mean, not completely. Tekken did not pave the way for anything. It was Street Fighter. So, as the history of Tekken has I continue on with the series, as at the time I was still playing Mortal Kombat, of course. 2000, like 2000, what, 2 is when they made another Mortal Kombat. Because, as to some people, they say Mythology Sub Zero was not that good. And actually, it's the main reason why Shaolin monks exist. As I realized that. And, I think it was that and Special Forces with Mortal Kombat. So Tekken did had their first game. The next game after Tekken 3, of course, was Tekken Tag. Of course, that's one of my favorite games. Of course, that basically was the game that I kind of started liking Jin. And then, of course, that's in that game. It had my basically my best player, Kaizua. I love playing with Kaizua, and I love playing with. Of course, had Jin during Tekken 3, had his original combos and all that stuff, and everything. And then, what's the main reason why those games were good? As some people, they'll bash on the older games, and basically praise the game of right as of everybody's talking about right now. So, like, if you look at the time frame of each game when it comes out, like I think it was okay after Tekken. It's Tekken 6. Everybody started to okay. So and then Tekken 6. Everybody bashed on Tekken 6 and the story and all that stuff, and basically, and then they hate on Tag 2, and then praise Tekken 7 and call it a masterpiece and the best game and all that, all that bullshit. So, like, when I played Tekken 3, Tekken 3 is my first game I ever played. Then Tekken Tag was the second game I played. Then when Tekken 4 came out, basically it became one of my favorite Tekkens. It actually is still my favorite Tekken till this day. And Tekken 5 was another great game as well. And then 6 basically is the last, to me, and still is till this day, is the last good Tekken game to play. It actually was the last good game. Right beside Tag 2 basically is basically Tekken 6 with every character in history. And they basically, that's Tekken was the last good game to play as well. So in reality, and then what's so shocking, I cannot believe till this day, people still play Tekken 6 online, and that's crazy. Now, you're telling other people to come play Tekken 7, play with the stupid ass pro, think they're all top tier pro uh, ranks and levels and shit. It's not really a great thing because you're not really a pro. You're not OP. I mean, like, and then the stupidest things that they be saying, like, my Jin is so OP. He's so powerful. He's so strong. He's the best player. Like, I mean, like that they make me laugh every time I hear them talk about that. I mean, like they not every character used to be OP, but if they were so OP, they shouldn't have messed up their moves, and that's what I'm going to explain now. So, as you realize, as throughout all the games of Tekken, some of the characters, most of the characters in the game were strong, OP, and very great to use. So I'm gonna give you guys good examples of what of the characters that I'll choose here. Okay, I'll start with Heihachi. Heihachi was strong, as you realize if you play Tekken 3 and Tekken Tag and Tekken 4 and Tekken 5. Heihachi was so strong. When he had his twin pistons, when he knocked you up in the air, that take off a lot of damage. And he's so strong. And his I think it's iron, it's hammer punch to iron fist. No, I think it's hammer punch to iron hand. He hit you down like a hammer, and hit you like that with the iron hand. That was strong as hell. And of course, the dragon uppercuts, and all that stuff. And Hayashi was powerful in Tekken. Those throughout those Tekken games. Okay, when you get to 6, they took away that powerful move and made him weaker. And instead of him doing the twin pistons, he's doing the move that he does when he does his Ranjin stance, Ranjin stance, and do the punch move that he does. Instead, of course, they have that move as his part of his move set, but the part of the his twin piston uppercut move is there, but it's separated from the move that he originally did. And kind of strange because when I do his spinning demon, he don't do the spinning demon like he's supposed like when he do the he spin demon hits you 3 times instead of and six he's doing it twice. So he'd only do it twice and do the uppercut. But he's supposed to do it 3 times, then do the uppercut. Or you can do the spinning demon full combo with him doing the two the Sami kicks. And so in reality, as I realized that all those moves are so nerfed and not powerful as they were. So Heihachi is a character I always thought that he was when he was so powerful in those games. That's why it made him so strong. I mean, I even like how he plays in Soul Calibur 2. I mean, it was so fun to play with him in Soul Calibur 2. And that's how I wish Heihachi could have stayed like. But you realize they nerfed him and get to 6, they nerfed him and took away moves that made him strong. Haron's another character as well. I love how when he kick you in Tekken 5, he knocks you up in the air. And they messed that up as well and nerfed it, and he just knocks you away. And just messed up his whole kicking. But at least Beiko-san is the character I would choose over Haron because Beiko-san is so strong. And they decided to mess him up as well and try to make him be nerfed and all that shit. See, the whole nerfing thing and all that crap, the little patches and shit, basically came up with the idea in this fighting game community. Because they don't want you to play the character that the character is supposed to be so powerful. Now, if the character was so strong in the previous games and actually is a good player, the good character to play with, that's why it makes them better to play with. Right? So me looking at the main where the hell he damn main channel and seeing him bashing on those characters and then calling they're so garbage, they're not strong. And in reality they used to be strong, if you don't remember that. If you're an OG Tekken fan, wouldn't you like the older games? And then the games that he's hating on are actually the good games. Now you see how I figured that out myself? Look at those videos, guys, of him hating on how Heihachi fights in 6 and how they fight in Tag 2 or how they fought in Tekken 4 or how they fought in Tekken 5. You're not a OG Tekken fan. As to me, like, did I play the first Tekken game? No, I only played the third one. So that's how I'm not. Oh, I gotta play the first one and second one to be a real OG fan. No, I'm not. I don't have to be that. Like, oh, I'm a Tekken maniac. Like, no. 3 was the first game I ever played. But out of all the games of Tekken, I love Tekken 4. I love Tekken 5, and I like Tekken 6. And actually, I like the last 3 games, the next 3 games after 3 anyway. I mean, like, well, including Tekken Tag, the first one. I actually liked all of those games. But when you get to 7, and it's not great at all. So anyway, like I said about that though, the characters be nerfed and they're not strong, and it just makes the character's not great to play with anymore. So another one that I will talk about now. Of course, he's on the screen, as you see. Jin. So as you know, Jin, how he originally fought is basically how Devil Jin fights in the games. So as to Tekken 3. We had Tekken 3, Tekken Tag, the first one. And of course, when you get to Tekken 4, Jin fights completely different. And the only thing that was originally Jin actually still had in the games is his laser cannon. That laser cannon combo. In Tekken 4, that basically was the only thing that saved Jin. Basically, made him actually pretty great to play with when he do those combos. So like he still has the of course the combos I love doing with the of course like I think laser cannon combo, and he has I know he has the a square triangle X combo. Let's see. So yeah, square triangle X combo. I'm not talking nerd style, you know. Let's see. Yeah, square triangle X combo, square triangle circle combo. Of course, his is it not X kick? It's the corpse thrust move and his power punch move. So, as all those moves that he had in that game, some moves that he originally had, like his three ring circles combos, all that was not there in that game. So technically, as you realize in Tekken 4, they tried to remove the moves that he originally did in the previous game, and you realize that what made Jin so great to play with in those games. Like I started playing with Jin in Tekken Tag, and when he still had those original combos in that game. And so that what made Jin so strong and so powerful and completely. And then definitely when you play Tekken 5, I mean like yeah, y'all gave him some moves, but he was still not really strong. He was still weak. And technically he realized, okay, all the other characters in the game were strong. It's I mean like Kaisuo was powerful, Heihachi was powerful, Julia was powerful, Paul was powerful, King was strong, Steve, Law, all of them were powerful. Even Asuka was in Tekken 5. All those characters were strong. Brian Fury, Jin was so weak in that game. And see, you can see what they did in 6. Everybody got nerfed. Everybody's weak. Then you have this guy saying, the main saying, Jin is so OP. Jin's so OP in Tekken 6. No, he's not. By making everybody weaker, he's strong now? He's not strong. And really, he's not. Even though they gave him extra moves he can do, he's still not strong. So now, let's talk about Double Jin. As I realized when they added this character in Tekken 5, I was always scared to fight against him. I mean, like, if you put this game, it don't matter if the game was on easy or hard or ultra hard. It really doesn't matter. Diligent will whoop your ass. I mean, completely. I mean, he be doing those combos. He actually be doing his 10 hit combos. All that. I mean, and that's what I liked about it when that Devil Jin still had all Devil Jin had Jin original combos that he did in Tekken 3. And see, when they took away all of that for him from him after Tekken Tag and Tekken 6, that messed him up. He became so weak and all of that, and you got this idiot saying Jim Devil Jim's so strong. Yeah, he is powerful than the other two characters like Kaizo and Hihachi, but he most of his moves are not balanced right. I mean, like his punching square square triangle punch doesn't connect really. Then of course he still had the square triangle circle combo that Jin did in Tekken 3. Then of course I love his shoot the works combo and three ring circuits combo and the the knee combo move and but like I said they messed up his moves and made him and then plus because he was playing like the angel character because originally in Tekken 6 the angel character was supposed to be in the game. She was supposed to be in Tekken 6 and so that did not happen and Devil Jin basically fighting like her and technically you see all his moves and stuff is just like hers. The kick he do, flying up in the air, kicking you and all that stuff. And I know he flying up in the sky, shoots laser and all that stuff. And I know that because that's from the Devil character. But Angel was supposed to have been in Tekken 6. So yeah, Devil Jin was strong in Tekken 5. So when they did 6, they nerfed him and the moves he do, they tried to they took away my favorite combo, the Hell Scraper. I mean like that made Jin so strong. And you would take that away from him? I'm like, why would you do that? It's so bad. I mean completely. So anyway, so that's basically the history of how I learned about most of the characters. As you realize that the characters got weak, got nerfed, and the reason why all this happened is because with the release of Tekken 7, all those stupid Tekken Pro wannabes think they're pros on the game and everything, the fighting game community. Basically, it's the reason why all that crap happened. Can you nerf his punching? Can you nerf his kick? Can you nerf his super move? Can you patch down on Jin's uppercut? Can you patch down on Kaizua spinning demon? Can you nerf his 10 hit combo? I mean, completely. You can tell. So, after those games, Tekken 6 and Tekken Tag, like I said, Tekken 7, I only played that game once. And so I only played it once and I never really played it after that. And to be honest, some people tell me you need to play Tekken 7 and play against these players. And I said no. I would never play this game. And it's kind of surprisingly people still play Tag 2 and still play Tekken 6 right now on the PS3. So it is surprising I still see people playing those games. But Tekken 7 is not really great no way. And you can tell it's not good. So that's the reason why I don't play it. It's not great no way. Alright. So that's basically my history with Tekken, how I started out. And so now let's get into the final part, a reason why you guys clicked on this video. Tekken 8. So as I realized how I look at this, and when I found out they was making Tekken 8, all these guys kept, we want Tekken 8. Can you please make it, Harada? Can you please make Tekken 8? And you realize before, um, as you realize that they announced Street Fighter last year, 6, and when Tekken 8 was teased, as you guys remember, was teased all because of that Kaiser's picture. Are you gonna get Tekken 8? I mean, like, as you see now on YouTube. So as I realized this, and I look at that trailer, I wasn't really excited at all. It's kind of weird. And it's the same way with the Dragon Ball Z Tekkaichi 4. I was not excited. And same with Tekken. I wasn't excited. It's like, not at all. And I realized as you look at the game, they're not going to be playing properly like they used to be. And you kind of will see that. So, me seeing Jin turning halfway into Devil Jin and doing some of Devil Jin's moves, flying up in the air, this little fly up in the air move, the kick move, all that stuff. The game ain't gonna be good. It's already not. As I surprised looking at the gameplay itself. Like, they only throw this game out for those little dumbass wannabe pros think they're pro players, just so they all can be happy. I can't wait to play Tekken 8. Oh my god, I'm gonna main Jin. I mean, completely like, I'm like, what? This game is not really exciting, and I'm not really excited for it. And as some people probably will say, like, why are you bashing on this game? This game is great. Hell, you said that when 5 came out. Then when 5 been out for all those time, the whole time frame of throughout the whole all those years. 17 or 18 years ago, 17 or 16 years ago. Now 5 is not relevant. Then you praise Tekken 7. It's a masterpiece. And now Tekken 7 is going to start become irrelevant. And here comes Tekken 8. You're all praising it. And I'm like, you did this with 6, and then now 6 is out of the category. And 6 was a bad game. The characters were unbalanced. The characters were not balanced in the game. And I'm like, how? And you realize that like I said, all those other guys, the frame, they talk about how the frame data is, and talk about how the characters punch, how the characters move, and do all of that shit. It's like me sitting there saying, why the hell I'm criticizing about a character's movement, how they fight? And like, every character fights in a different way. They're not all the same. As well, if they try to say, oh, the Mishimas are all the same. They do the dragon uppercut. They do the hell sweep. They do the spinning demon. They do all of that. Okay, I can see that. But you realize Devil Jin plays like how Jin originally plays. Has nothing to do with how Jin now plays, because Jin how he plays now is different from Devil Jin. Because Devil Jin was trying to be like the original Jin, and that's why I kind of see why Devil Jin is the main reason I play with him, because I remember playing with the original Jin and Tekken 3, well, Tekken Tag, and remember those moves. Now, taking away moves and make them weaker and do all that mess, it's like trying to make them not play like they supposed to be. And that's bad for them. Like, you took all his combos away? Easy combos. I mean, like, not hard combos. Easy combos. That would make Double Jin OP. Yeah, in some ways, that's when I would use the word OP. Not OP like, I'm the best player. I am the best player in the world. No, you're not. Main. Oh my god. He's like the he's like the person that if you battle against him, he think he's top tier. And you'd be like, you're not top tier, dude. If I pick Double Jin and you pick Jin, you know I'm gonna whoop your ass with Double Jin. But if this was like an older game, like let's say 6, because I think they took away all those combos. As I remember, Double Jin only has 2 combos listed in Tekken 7. So in Tekken Tag 2, Double Jin still had all his original combos. So if it was one of those games, Tekken 6 or Tekken Tag 2, Double Jin would murk Jin. And that's true. Well, besides if you're not playing the scenario campaign, if you're playing the scenario campaign, we have to fight Jin at the temple. That's another story. I mean, like shit, like dur, dur, dur. Keep doing that shit. I mean, like complete, like that's yeah. I can see right there, Jin is OP, but you playing as Jin, no, you're not OP. So that's different. Scenario campaign, that's different. But you playing as him and I pick Double Jin, I'll beat you with Double Jin. Beat him completely with Double Jin. And that's true. So as I see that, like I said, back to what I was saying, as I see Jin doing that, like mixture up their moves to make him, oh, he's fighting like Double Jin, he flying up in the air, and you see the Double Jin symbol on his head, and he's punching you like that and all that stuff. Like, it's not gonna make him great. I mean, like completely, because I mean, some of the characters they were as all these guys they getting hype over all the characters they were showing. Every single character was is an older character. I mean, Asuka, Lars, Nina, King, Jack, Kaisua, Jin, Jun. I mean, mate. Oh my god, she came back! Oh my god! Like, really? But like that's how they did it. Like they completely did all that and basically just just did that, just getting hype over something that I'm thinking is not going to be good. It won't be good, and I can already see it. It's not going to be a great game, no way. I mean, like, Seven despised me a lot. Like I said, I talked about it in my other videos, like um, my update on TBZ. I talked about how Tekken basically, as Seven kind of despised me of not caring for the games after that. It's the same way with the later Mortal Kombat games. Like, even though I do have MKX, and I do have MK11, those games won't be. They won't be like, oh, like, I'm gonna be playing those games every single day. Like, that's how Tekken 7 felt to me. Like, I can't play this game at all. Like, because it's not fun. It really isn't. It's just a whole bunch of stupid fighting game community, stupid wannabe pro players that think they're top tier, and the whole fighting game community of Tekken is not great in a way. And they just despise trying to bash on people that don't really care about, oh, I'm a level, I'm over the top, I'm better than you, I'm a pro. I'm like, dude, you're not a pro. Because you can do one simple move with a character don't make you a pro. It don't. And the gameplay of that is not really fun. The combos they want you to do on the game, like, wow, you want us to do all of this stuff with Law? Do you want us to do all this stuff with Akuma? Come on. I mean, it's not worth it. Because if you take away the moves, the combos that they originally did, and took away something they've done in the past, it's not going to make the characters better. It'll make them weaker, and that's the truth. And so when I see all of that, and looking at the gameplay of other characters in Tekken 8, they're not going to be great because they feel less of the character they were. Me seeing Nina holding two guns is like me reminding this she thinks she's Joanna Dark or Resident Evil. I mean, like, completely, like, that's what I thought of Nina when I saw her. Oh my god, why she's playing with two guns? I don't know. Please tell me. Please tell me why is Jin basically doing Double Jin's moves and doing all of that, and he's flying up in the air, doing the kick, same kick Double Jin does. He flies you up in the air. Please tell me. It's not going to be a good game. So, guys, as of my final thoughts on Tekken 8, Tekken 8 is not going to be a good game. I already can tell it won't be. It's only going to be blinded by those stupid pro, the pro wannabe players on Tekken, like Main, all those guys. Like, they only gonna do this to try to hype up the game, try to make people buy it, try to tell people to go play it. And some people, I know there are some people out there telling you don't buy this game and all that stuff. Like, it's not gonna be worth it to get it. Because as somebody had told me, don't buy the new WWE game. It's trash and it shouldn't be bought by no one. Don't buy that game. And I realized, like, because if I like John Cena, even though John Cena's on the cover of that game, I don't play every single wrestling game because I'm not like that. As you realize, like when I see that kind of stuff, I'm like, you hate on someone buying that game. It's like me telling you why you making a video about people buying WWE 2K23. That's the point there. I would never do that. So that's why like I said, I don't do this kind of stuff. Like I talk about stuff, discuss things. That's what this channel is for. It's for discussions and topics. Do all that stuff, and that's what I like to do. I like to talk about things and explain and do all that stuff. And like, oh, I'm gonna hate on main. He's and you're gonna be hating on him now, calling him this and calling him that. Like, no. Besides, I'm not a person that criticize about how the character moves. I'm not here to criticize about how the character plays. I'm not here to criticize how they frame data is. I'm not criticizing how they do their super moves because I don't do that. That's like if you're so obsessed with how Jin keep doing that punch. If he keep doing that laser cannon, I mean, like, okay, he's doing the laser cannon. Okay, that combo, I know it. Like, oh my god, look how he punch! How he punch! It's so strong. That laser cannon is so epic. Oh my god, he's OP. Like, I mean, like when I see them do that shit, like, what the fuck are you? Who the hell gets obsessed with that shit? I don't know. What makes me laugh is how when they scream when they get defeated. That's the only thing I keep remembering from Tekken. Every time I play Tekken, I played Tekken 6 like uh 2 weeks ago, and it'd be funny as fuck when you beat Jin and shit. Like the them sounds he be making when you lose. Like it makes me laugh, but like it's just so funny. I mean, like, but other than that, I don't do that. I don't get obsessed how they fight, how they punch, how they kick, how they do their super moves, how they do their combos. I don't do any of that stuff, and I don't get it. But anyway, that's one important thing. Like I don't do that. Like I don't tell people don't buy this game and don't get it and don't buy it. And plus, like I said, really the reason why I'm not buying this game because I kind of after as when Tekken 7 basically hurt me more than more after I didn't because I didn't really care for the game after that. And what hurt me was the game felt less. It wasn't really interesting. It was just like you play this game and you be like, it's not, you know, it's not great at all. It just I only played this once and I'd be like that. Like I don't care for it. See, like I can when I go back and play the older games like Tekken 5 or Tekken 6, they're fun. I mean, like I'd rather play those than Tekken 7, and it's true. And that's what some people, oh, nostalgia. No, because those games were fun. I mean, Tekken 4 was fun. Tekken 5 was fun. I actually like that mode in Tekken 4, Tekken Force. That was so fun. And Tekken 5 was the mode, the Gen Within mode. That was fun too. I mean, like, it was a lot of good times playing that game. Then, of course, 6 did the scenario campaign. I actually like that idea. They brought back the Tekken mode thing. That was pretty cool. They actually did that. Like, that technically, you can tell that tells you that it basically was the ending of a great time of Tekken. When they made the whole scenario campaign mode as a adventure mode, that was pretty cool. Only thing what I would love if they actually this what they should have did for it. You can pick your certain characters to be tagged with. So like say if let's say Devil Jin, then you have Kaizua being your partner. That'd be pretty fun. I actually like that. That'd be pretty cool. They can have a little adventure thing going around the world and all that stuff. That'd be kind of cool if they could have done it instead of having Elisa be your partner or Lars be your partner. Because if you pick Lars, you always gonna have Elisa as your partner. So if you playing against at the temple of Azrael Temple, if you pick Lars, well, if you pick Raven, you let Lars be your partner. So that's the only time it'll be changing. It'll be different. So if you have Elisa as the player, you play as Elisa, Lars is your partner. Always be your partner. So that's why I was kind of thinking they could have kept it like they could have had it like you can pick your own you can pick your own two players. Like let's say I want to play with Devil Jin and Kaizua, have both of them be two people I won't have to play two people I will play with on the scenario campaign. So that's how it would. That's how they should have done it, you know. But in reality of that, the game of Tekken 6 was great, and I loved it. I mean, like there was nothing hate about Tekken 6 at all. Even though you had Jin wants to rule the world and destroy the world, have a war. That's technically them. Why they did that. So overall, guys, that's basically as the point of this as the ending of this video. Tekken 8 is not gonna be a good game, and I already can see that. Even though even though it's gonna be on the PS5 and Xbox Series, all that stuff, it's not gonna be fun. No way. It's not gonna be great. I mean, it's just gonna be a less of a game. It's not gonna be fun. It really isn't. Like you see all those guys getting hype over it and do all that shit. It's not exciting. So hope you guys enjoy this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. The next video will technically be Dragon Ball Z Tekkaichi 4 discussion. That'll be coming up next as you guys watching this video. So hope you guys enjoy. See you guys next time, and peace.